Good evening, guys, and happy Friday to all of your sunshiny faces. It feels like Saturday, even though it's weird because, you know, my parents are on vacation right now and they left yesterday. They'll be gone. I still don't know if it's Saturday night that they're coming back or Sunday. And Jack, literally, we're both sitting in the living room yesterday and Jack was like, so are mom and dad coming home on Saturday or Sunday? And I was like, I don't know. And he asked me that again today because my mom was trying to FaceTime me. She kept her connection was really bad. I think it was on her end because she was like, oh, I can't see anything, and then like it would tell me like it lost connection to her, and like I think it was, like I said, on her end that there was a problem. And so, like, because I could hear her and she kept saying that she couldn't hear me, like, at all. So that's why I think that she was having the connection problem. But she was trying to ask me about pickles. And I don't know, they were out like buying something. I don't know if it was like a farm stand or I honestly have no clue where they were. I couldn't tell. But they were out buying, like they had a whole bunch of different kinds of pickles. My mom was like, oh, do you want to try this kind or whatever? But I could barely hear her. Like, I mean, I could hear her and like I could see, but it was all, like I said, like pixelated and everything like that. And the connection was really choppy. So I think she ended up getting the pickles. I don't really know. But then after that, Jack ends up asking me like later in the day, because I told him how, you know, like she had tried FaceTiming me, and he was like, oh, well, did you ask them when they're gonna be home? And I was like, oh, that would have been a smart thing to do. So yeah, we still don't know if it's tomorrow that they're coming back or if it's on Sunday. I kind of think that it's on Sunday that they're coming back, and here's why. My aunt, she is so sweet. So my mom was like texting, you know, people, stuff like that, you know, like, oh, we're gonna be away, you know, on vacation, you know, that kind of thing. And sometimes too, like she might text the neighbors or something like that and just be like, oh, you know, like we're going out of town, like make sure we're not having any crazy parties here or something like that. Or something else happens, like they happen to see that her dog got out of the yard or something like that. And so sometimes she'll like let, like I said, neighbors know, or, you know, again, family, whatever. Like, again, they're further away. Like Matthew is closer. He's like less than an hour away. And, you know, like, but, you know, even to like my aunts or something like that, if there's, you know, again, to a big problem, you know, we need somebody to go somewhere. I mean, Jack can drive, but, you know, like something happens and he can't drive, or, you know, whatever it is, just to kind of know that like we're here and, you know, if we need something, you know, that my parents are gone right now and if we could contact them, you know, that kind of thing. My aunt, though, she is so sweet. She's not the one that I'm doing the pictures for, or the one that just moved, or her daughter. She's like my grandma's cousin. It's like my great grandma's sister was her mom. So I think that's my grandma. No, actually that would be my grandma's like one cousin, first remove, second remove, I don't know, whatever, however that works. I think that's what she is. She's technically, no, is she my grandma's cousin? I don't know. I don't know how that works, guys. I'm like all into genealogy and I never know how that works. I think she's just my grandma's cousin. That makes the most sense, I think. Anyways, so my mom told her that too and was like, oh, you know, like the kids are going to be home, we're going on vacation, you know, like that kind of thing. You know, like, oh, if they have an emergency, can they call you? You know, something like that. I mean, we're grown adults. Jack is an adult. He has his driver's license, you know, all that kind of stuff. You know, but my mom's still just, you know, like making sure that, you know, again, too, we're taking care of if something ends up happening. And so my aunt, though, she's so sweet. She has called me every day that my parents have been gone just to check in at night and make sure like that we're okay and everything like that. I was like, that is the sweetest thing ever. That just makes me feel so special, like somebody's calling and checking in, you know, making sure like everything's been going okay, you know, and everything like that. And, you know, was, you know, like yesterday she was calling and we were talking about the Cubs and like that kind of thing. I was like, oh, it's so sweet. But she told me today when I called her, she's like, okay, well, I'll call you again tomorrow, which makes me think that she knows more information than I do about when my parents are coming home. And I think that they're coming home on Sunday if she told me that she'll call me again tomorrow, which makes me think that she's more in the loop of what's actually going on than I am about when my parents are coming home. So it was funny though, because like I asked too, I was like, okay, so you guys are leaving on Thursday, and like we knew my parents, like when they were leaving on Thursday around noon, but I had asked them like, oh, when are you guys coming back? And my mom's like, oh, I have to double check the checkout time, because I was like, are you guys coming back on Sunday, like you know, in the morning? Are you guys coming home on like Saturday? Are you guys gonna drive like overnight? Like, you know, I was like, kind of what's the plan? And to get to, it's only 3 hours away. I could leave at 8 o'clock on Sunday and be back still by noon. So like, I'm thinking that that was kind of what it was going to be, but my mom for some reason kept saying Saturday, and I kind of kept thinking that like it was probably going to be Sunday that they were checking out. So she's like, oh, I have to double check what time we're checking out. But then she never got back to me with that information. So like I said, I think though that my aunt probably knows more than I do as to when they're coming home, which makes me think that they're still gonna not be home tomorrow night and that they're going to be home on Sunday. Also too, compared to last year, this feels like it's went by way faster. Like I'm already like, they could be home tomorrow or possibly like the next day. Like, whereas last year again too, obviously I told you guys like it was a bigger, you know, like for their anniversary. Last year was a big anniversary, and so they ended up going away, I think, for longer. But it feels like it's been a lot shorter of a period of time. I mean, I know they just left yesterday, and I'm talking about them coming home possibly tomorrow or the next day, but I honestly want to say that they were like gone for like 5 or 6 days or something like that like last year, whereas they're only like kind of gone for like 3-ish, almost 4, kind of like it'll be like 3 whole days that they're gone. But I don't know, it just feels like I don't, a lot sooner. And like, cause I remember too, like last year, like we missed all the grocery shopping for that entire week because of like the days they ended up like getting back. Like I think they got back on Sunday, kind of similar to this year. Like they're coming back on Sunday, but they left on like, I don't know, Tuesday or Monday or, you know, something like that. And they were gone for like maybe a full week almost. But I remember kind of almost going stir crazy because we were like in the house, like we didn't go anywhere. We didn't do anything. And also too, we stayed in the living room literally the entire time they were gone. Like other than just like I came in here to sleep at night, I was hardly in my room at all. So like today though, I was at my desk, I was actually editing a lot. Like, so I think being in different parts of the house has made it not feel as like I'm gonna go stir crazy. But like last year too, like I went outside and did like yard work. I remember we were outside kind of often last year. Like we were taking the dogs out, we were like doing yard work, we were doing like a whole bunch of other things. I wasn't stuck in the living room when they were gone last year. Just, it feels very, I don't know, it feels very different. Also too, maybe it's because how hot it is and the fact that we have the windows open. It was like 79 degrees today. I think it's supposed to be like 82 tomorrow, and we do not have the air conditioning going. We still just have the windows open, but we managed to, we had like the fans going, we had the like every single window in the house open because thankfully it was not raining. Like yesterday was bad because it wasn't as hot as it was today, but it was humid yesterday because it rained. Today was just like a hot, like dry heat more than it was like the humidity from yesterday coupled with the heat made it feel horrible and sticky and everything like that. It was not as bad today. It was way better. I would take today's weather, even though it was hotter, but over yesterday's where it was cooler but stickier. And so and also too, like we didn't have the windows open because it was like, so it was raining. Like I think it rained maybe once or twice yesterday, and then I think maybe we opened the windows in like the late evening because then it wasn't supposed to rain anymore. But we've managed to, like I said, we had like the back screen, like the door open, just had like the screen door like closed, and so it was a lot like the airflow in the house, especially on the first floor, was like really good. So it was much cooler like compared to yesterday, it felt like. Also just because it wasn't as humid and it wasn't, the house wasn't as stuffy because we had all the windows open for the pretty much all day today. So I was actually insanely comfortable today. Like yesterday I was just gross and I was like, this is, you know, nasty, but today was a lot better. So anyways, I am going to take a shower and get to bed, but I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.